Hi, this is my AFMP vlog. Um, Sorry for whoever's watching, but I've completely lost track of where I'm at in terms of vlogs. Um, but today is Sunday, the 20th of May, very close to my presentation. So I thought I will go through some um, editing thoughts, and I guess some just thoughts on from a weary production hardened perspective, talk about the project, I guess. Um, Editing's not going as well as I thought. Like, I've got Mike to edit for me, luckily, because I would have had trouble. Um, he's done a great job of putting it together, but the material I've given him hadn't been so brilliant. I mean, I trusted. It's my fault really because I trusted Daniel to get some shots as well while he was on set with me, but he done most of these freehand and they're very, very shaky. So nothing I can do, nothing Mike can do, and that's frustrating. And the audio is quite echoey and quite noisy, which is really frustrating because that's what I got wrong last year. So audio is very, very annoying. To be honest, I'm finding it hard to watch it all the way through because um, it's your production, you've made it, and if it's not perfect, you don't want to watch it. And I guess I've got to sit down and watch it. Like, I have watched it, but I've scrubbed through. I haven't sat down and watched it all in one piece, which is bad, really. But I just can't bring myself around to it at the moment. I'll probably do it after this vlog. But yeah, that's what I think about editing. There's probably more I could talk about actually. As I said, Mike's done a great job. Like color correction, like visually, it's quite good. Apart from the shaking, visually, it's quite good. I'm quite happy with the lighting in some points. Sometimes we've cast a bit too many shadows, but I think my lighting research really came into play, and especially using diffusion, it really helped. Um, it made it less obvious that there was lights on them at some points, but other points it is very obvious that there's lights on them. But yeah, I'm just glad some of my research came through. Another one I'm quite happy with is another one. Distances between characters I wanted to play with, and it came through quite well. Like, for example, when my main character is with someone from work, he tries to keep it when they're at a close distance. It's for normal people. This is a socially acceptable um, distance to each other, but for my main character, that's bad. I'm not you look at my research, but yeah, subconsciously I fit that in quite well. And compared to the distance my main character has of his portrait, that that's the distance they have is somewhat is a distance where you'd be close to someone else. Well, is when you're comfortable with someone. Sorry. Um. Yeah. So at first the Friday after shooting, I just thought research has gone to nothing. I've wasted that. But yeah, I'm happy. Like I'm happy that there's a clear bridge between research and production. So yeah, that's good. Um, I'm just annoyed in a large lapse of loss of not a loss of interest. That's like not what I'd say, but just loss of concentration, momentum, intensity after Easter. Just probably like 4 or 5 weeks of just. This is when I'm trying to get my actors and crew and locations. I just couldn't concentrate on that and doing good pre-production. Obviously, if I didn't do one, the other would have suffered. Crew, actors, location, and pre-production. Um, so I opted for one, and the other suffered for it. So lack of storyboard, lack of. I did have a good shot list, but that went out with all the props and crap. So Bad on me, my bad. But yeah, it's annoyed myself really. In in the real world, I will have to keep momentum and intensity out on a long project, so that's something I've definitely got to learn. Consistency is something I've got to improve on really. Um, what else? Just talking through the project really. Um, Problem solving. You can think of 100 problems, and 100 more is going to come up. And it's frustrating because I thought I covered my my answer to an actress dropping out is worry about that when you get there. Have someone back up, but I did not have a backup because you don't think you assume people are gonna help, but doesn't work. So you have got I think I resolved the problem easily enough. I asked Mia to come in from college. She'd done it. Yeah, I was lucky, but I managed to think on my feet as well, which I'm happy that I did. I'm just kind of glad it's over, really. um, I'm glad I'm drifting off into script writing now. I can sit nice and cozy behind a desk and a computer. So yeah, I wish I could say I enjoyed production, but I didn't. I just got stressful. Not to be honest, I hated it most of the time. I guess my attitude was good on set because 90% of the time I just wanted to say I want to quit. Just everyone go home, quit. I'm ready to just leave it. But I said, right, next shot. Let's get this next shot done. Go on to the next one. So attitude wise, I think I'm there, but outwards attitude I'm there, but inwards probably not. No, not yet. Might be something I develop. Most of my cast and crew, they suggest that well, it might just be the inexperience. That I'm taking it too hard, maybe, but I'm taking it pretty hardly, to be honest. Um, so yeah, what I'm gonna do next is polish up my. I've got to finish my discography, which I will always leave to the last minute. Um, there's a of course, a presentation. Apparently, I've got to sort my presentation out, and then yeah, just polish up two or three bits of my problem solving and my pre-production. So yeah, that's my plan. Before Tuesday, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Probably a couple of all-nighters on the way, but we'll get there. And yeah, that's um that's Sunday the 20th of May. I know I've been saying it a lot. I am keep trying to re-upload some earlier vlogs, but it's just it comes up as deleted video on the YouTube playlist. It hasn't got a thumbnail and it says deleted video, so I'm gonna see what I can do there. But yeah, that's probably covering the last couple of weeks.